Hello, good evening, everyone. All the way from Sydney, Australia, I'm Direct Primo and your host here in GUSI Talks, the pageant journal. And tonight, we have this very beautiful guest from Malaysia, and we will give you after a few reminders. This beautiful lady is the finalist for the Miss Grand Malaysia. And only here in Gusi Talks, I am very excited because this woman is very active in her career. And I think she's on the peak of her career. I always following her, and that's why I invited her to be one of my guests. And before anything else, I would like to thank all the following people who are watching tonight. And shout out to Mr. Nathaniel Texon, watching from Mawab, Davao de Oro. Thank you, Nathaniel, and thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned, and we will have this exciting chit chat and a little bit of twist tonight because our guest is one of the beauty queens from Malaysia, and she is the grand finalist. I mean, one of the finalists for the Miss Grand Malaysia 2021. And of course, I would like to thank the following people who invited me yesterday in Sydney, Australia, one of the event here, which is celebrating the 123rd Philippine Australian Friendship Day for commemorating the Philippine Independence Day in overseas. And SBS television uh, interviewed me about our culture, tradition, and everything as a Filipino overseas migrant here in Australia. So to APCO, and yes, of course, to Dr. Sen Amores, who gives me an opportunity to be one of them yesterday at Auburn Botanical Gardens. Thank you so much, Doctora. And I met a lot of Filipino people here in Sydney, and because this is a gathering of the Filipino community, and yes, very exciting because I uh, I taste a lot of Filipino foods, which is I miss a lot because here in Australia, since different culture, different lifestyle, so I haven't cooking a Filipino foods. And yes, of course, tonight I will gonna speak in English because our guest is also a foreigner coming from different country. Yes, of course, in Malaysia. And yes, of course, shout out to Miss Nika Chua. Thank you so much for watching, Nika. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. And yes, of course, to Miss Mia Gusi, one of our co-hosts. Thank you so much for supporting tonight. And yes, of course, our uh, partner, Mr. Lito El Calion. Thank you so much. Good evening, Sir Lito. And stay tuned because I am introducing one of the hottest beauty queen from Malaysia tonight. And we will dig deeper about her career, about why she joined the pageantry, and yes, she has a lot of activities that we need to know globally. And yes, also, I would like to thank my sponsors for tonight, the Penta Real Estates. Yes, Malus Hairlines, Asia Organic Soap, and a lot more. So later on, I will discuss. Yes, it's already in the on the screen. So thank you so much for J.𝗟𝗏𝗡 Initiaticals for your health and beauty skincare. Thank you so much. Fish Shades, wear your skin. Yes, of course, one of the beauty products here in Australia. And yes, of course, for beauty and health and personal care, Beauty Plus Australia is one of the best product here. And of course, if you love eating healthy wear, the Salad Master. And yes, of course, please visit Malus Hairline at 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 lot more to offer. Thank you so much for all the supports that you given to GUSI Talks. Okay. And yes, of course, I would like to congratulate the team of Glam Pageant Organization and Team Primo Modelo for such a exciting upcoming event of the Mr. Glam International. Actually, they have 45 candidates all over the world, and those guys are very, very handsome and very glamour and very exciting to watch. So please don't forget to watch them on July 25 to 29. They are showcasing national traditional costume, the formal wear, and yes, of course, the very exciting segment, the swimwear. Okay, and yes, of course, congratulations as well to 𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗍 Productions for launching the Miss Glamour Look Australia 2021 and Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year Australia 2021, soon to be on stage on November 14 at the 𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗽𝗃 Club, New South Wales. And of course, shout out to our Miss Teen Glam International 2020, Miss Mariel Prion. Thank you so much, Mariel, for watching tonight. Good evening from the Philippines. And yes, of course, good evening all the way from Sydney, Australia. Okay. So we'll be right back for a few reminders. Okay, welcome back to GUSI Talks. And yes, of course, you can watch us at YouTube channel, GUSI Talks and Primo Modelo TV. And also you can watch as well at Facebook page live. Tonight, I will give you one of the best, hottest and beautiful lady all the way coming from Malaysia. And she is one of the grand finalists of the Miss Grand Malaysia International. And we will know how she's going. We will dig deeper what are activities that she has preparing for her journey. But before that, I would like to congratulate the 𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗍 Productions for having a launching of their second event today. That's why I'm a little bit drained because I'll be the one handling the modeling and coaching training today. And yes, I am happy and honored because I work with this very talented people who are giving the next edition of Australian Fashion Review on July 25. So, okay, guys, we will give you tonight one of the beautiful faces in the Miss Grand Malaysia finalists. Please welcome Miss Malvin Kaur, all the way from Malaysia. Please welcome on screen, Malvin.
Hi Derek. Hi
Hi,
everyone.
hello. How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm doing great. It's nice to meet you too.
Okay. You know what? You are so beautiful.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, could you please tell more about you so that our viewers knows who is Miss Malvin Kaur. Is it right? The pronunciation of your name is Malvin Kaur or is it, I'm a bit
Okay,
confused.
so
Okay,
a lot of
okay,
people
maybe you
don't really, a
tell
lot of
yourself.
people will have a struggle in
Yeah,
pronouncing my name. I know
yeah.
it's kind of not a really a common name, so I get it. So my name is actually pronounced as Melvin Kaur. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
Okay,
My
Malvin.
full name is Melvin
Okay.
Kaur, but people call me Melvin, or even shorter is Mel. So my close buddies always call me Mel or just Melvin. So, it's easier that way. But some
All right.
people are always like Melvin Kaur, Melvin Kaur. So
Uh,
whatever works for you.
Thank you for the correction. Okay.
No worries. We're all learning
Okay,
here.
guys, I would like to introduce Miss Malvin Kerr, and she will tell more about her so the people knows who is this young, beautiful lady in front of this screen.
All right. So hi everybody. It's so nice to be here on GUSI Talk Show with Derek. Is that your name? Is that how I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes.
All right, Derek. So it's a great pleasure to be here, and just want to share a little bit about who I am, where I come from. So my name is Melvin Kaur. You can call me Mel or Melvin, whichever you prefer. And I come from a very small town, not really much towards the modernization, but yeah, we're all about heritage here. So I come from this town called Johor. It's a state, Johor, and specifically I come from Senai. So we are known for having the international airport. Yeah, so not a lot of people know about us, but if you want to Google, so this is what you Google, where literally I stay. So yeah, I come from a very small town. I prefer more of a simple life. So before I even started pageantry, I was just a girl who was, trying to chase her dream, becoming the next fashion superstar. Because I graduated as fashion designer. So, but yeah, this is kind of a different pathway that I'm moving towards to being a beauty queen today. Because sometimes we can never tell what's written for us in the next, the next chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
But at least, it is related. Fashion designing and pageantry is is
Yeah.
related. Unless
Yeah.
you are a medical practitioner and then
Mhm.
your venture into the pageantry is quite different. But design, arts, and showing culture in a pageantry is almost similar.
Yeah, almost there. But for me, it was more of an eye opener because to really say who I was before, I was an introvert before I became a beauty queen. So I was very passive. I was afraid of humans. I could not bring myself to speak up to another person, let alone
Mm.
like introduce who I am. So I'm just really glad that I took a step today and move into pageantry, a world where you can actually challenge yourself, where you can just, explore more about who you are and finding your right purpose. So I'm just really glad for, joining the first pageantry. It was a local pageant back in 2019. So I'm just really, really, really like so grateful, for, blessed with such an opportunity. So today I'm just a person who just loves to talk to people. I like to know people from different countries, different cultures. So yeah, so that's what pageantry has really done to me. So, I mean, let alone the fashion part is okay. Fashion part I'm
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Now, nice introductory. And I was wondering if you are the next delegate or candidate of Malaysia to the Grand International that was next year, 2022. Is that 2022 or this?
No, I'm actually in the running for 2021 this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're the next Miss Grand International.
That's
Okay.
the hope.
Because you have it, your looks is fit for the Miss
Oh,
Grand International. I'm
thank
one of
you.
the avid fan of Miss Grand International. That's why I keep posting during the coronation night 2 months ago before the Miss Universe. And I was surprised because the stage productions, the
Mind
choreography
blowing.
is very massive, very
Yes.
glamorous and fabulous. And I am rooting the Miss Grand International as one of the best beauty pageant in the world. Okay, and hopefully, and I'm wishing because I interviewed you. Hopefully, you will be on the stage that
Oh, thank you. Thank you
competing
so
with
much.
a lot of models coming from different countries. Okay,
I wouldn't
so
say competing, but coming together, as a world. So
yes. So when you were young in your younger years, like in the elementary and high school, do you have an experience joining in the school contest, like in a beauty contest as well?
I was more into like drama, so I was doing a lot of plays. Yeah, but even then, it wasn't really my kind of, it wasn't really my cup of tea. So I
Mm.
didn't feel like it was me. It was more a phase I was going through. I was just putting myself as a normal high school girl. She wants to have a good education, be the top of this, be the top student of the school, and pretty much that's it. So I was more of a nerd.
Okay. So
Yeah.
well, I have a question. How you enter this pageant, the Miss Grand Malaysia? When is that happening?
Uh, I saw the advertisement for the wildcard entry for Miss Grand Malaysia somewhere last year on Facebook. So I was contemplating with myself whether should I not or give it a try because I've never been to a national level pageant before. So I've only competed in like state levels. So joining a national level would be something that's like really stepping up the game here, and it will be a good experience adding to my resume. So I'm like, okay, why not? So all my life I've always said to myself, why not? It shouldn't be what if, it should be more to why not?
Okay.
Give yourself that boost, give yourself that challenge and say like, if other people can do it, if other people don't want to do it, why should you stop yourself there? So that is what was going through my mind. I put my name down, submitted the form, and just click submit and waited for the answer. So here I am
Okay.
today.
So all the beauty queens, as I've noticed, they have their own platform in pageantry, and also they have an advocacy. I'm pretty sure you are promoting an advocacy as well. Am I right?
Yes, yes, that's right.
So what is it? Maybe you can discuss us so in front of us or share with us.
Yeah, gladly. So my advocacy is actually more onto helping underprivileged children, especially in Malaysia, for their educational needs. But on this side, my advocacy is not about reading books. It's not about the general educational there. So what I want to show the world, what I want to educate the world is like we are all here for a reason. So I'm here to teach you how to see yourself in a different way, how to find your self value, how to find your self worth, how to love yourself first before you can even lead a country. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
over here. I just want to show you how you can lead, how you can inspire, and how you can empower another individual because that is what I feel the world so needs.
Mm.
Because we are always coming together talking about education, but no one has ever really dig deeper and help another individual find what's their real meaning in their life. Because some people, they're just here, it's like, oh, I'm here, I just need to make a living, I need to help my family, and that's the end of it. So nobody truly gets to enjoy who they are. So that's sort of the transition that I went through, before I even came into pageantry. So I want to put that into my advocacy and educate the world,
Okay.
because it always starts from educating and the right set of education. Because trying to improve your mindset, trying to improve how you are, is a way that we can actually improve the mechanics of the world. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, a lot of things that's happening, because looking at what the world is going through, I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to name countries. We already know what's going on to social media. A lot of us are just struggling. Some people are having worse problems than us. We're thinking about what should we eat for tomorrow, and some people are actually worrying, should I not step out the home? Would I
Mm-hmm.
would I literally explode the next day? What's gonna happen to my family? So yeah, everybody has their own issues here. So
Okay.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all in all, it's all about, who are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? So everybody has a purpose. So it's just we need to find that.
I have a very good questions to you since your advocacy is about children's and education. So how is it education in Malaysia since this is pandemic? There are a lot of restrictions, lockdowns, and so on and so forth. How is the education in your country right now? Are they on the actual methods of teaching, or they are doing an online schooling?
But so far now, because we are actually undergoing the third lockdown, so everything is online now. So it's going through a PDPR, if I'm not mistaken. So they want to make sure that the children are actually safe at home, and it's much easier for the parents to keep an eye on their kids as well. So I think that's the best way that you can provide education, by staying safe as well, so that because children are now out nowadays, like, easily affected, because they don't understand the what do you call that, the seriousness of this virus, how it can actually harm you. So that's why I say, if the parents really educate them, but the most safest way is always keeping them at home instead of letting them be around more children, because since this virus is supposedly to be like airborne, so we can never tell the uncertainty of this virus. So for now, that's what Malaysia is currently doing.
Okay. So you mean the pandemic is still not controlled by your country. So it still has a lot of lockdowns.
For now, we just started, so we're going to undergo like a lockdown for 2 weeks. So it's just to decrease the number of cases, that we're having
Oh,
right now. Yeah, so
oh,
that's why the government is really trying to monitor. So some of the areas in Malaysia are like really restricted in a way, but obviously number one is definitely the school. So they are really particular. So that's why the school is the first thing that they
mm,
close, just to make sure that the kids are safe first.
okay. Are the Malaysians still wearing the mask, face mask?
Yes, actually now we have implemented the double face mask. Yes,
Oh,
so it's not only one, so you have to wear like two layers of face masks. Yeah.
oh, okay. Because here in Australia, I'm not comparing, but I'm just giving you some ideas that here in
Hmm.
Australia, we the COVID is already. That's why we are free to go out without wearing this
Hmm.
mask. We are already went to the bars, clubs, and
Hmm.
restaurants, attending churches, and so because the government here is very they monitoring about this pandemic because we never know
Hmm.
this pandemic is a scientific, you know, it's a man-made disease, so we must be careful. But still, we are using the precautionary methods like the alcohols, and proper hygiene, and yes, of course,
Hmm.
we still wearing that because we never know, right?
Yeah.
Because the COVID-19 is airborne. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have this very first question to you. Okay, tell us about what you do, because I saw you. You have a lot of beautiful photos, exciting photos. That's
Thank
why
you.
I keep I keep moni- uh, I keep monitoring your activities in the social media, especially in Instagram. So sorry, I would like to ask apology because I grabbed some photos and posted on my page.
No worries. I'm excited to see which photos that captivated you.
Yeah, it's it catches my eyes. Oh, this is beautiful. This is different.
Aw,
So I post
thank
it,
you.
and I'm happy that you do not prohibited me to post it, to repost it on my social media account, my Instagram and Facebook page, because it was automatically merged if I posted
Mhm.
on Instagram. That's why one day I think I been thinking that maybe I can interview Malbien. So you gave me this opportunity to have this chit chat with you, talk. So I have first questions with you. Tell us about what you do, because you are now famous. I see in the social media you are famous as a professional model, especially in your country, and it catches a lot from different countries as well. At the same time, you are also a fashion designer, a designing student. Okay, how does it feels leading different careers, because you are studying designing and joining the pageantry? I think you did mention already, but can you tell us more about what makes you, or what makes you manage this career from being a student of fashion designing to prepared, a lot of preparation for your upcoming pageant? Can you tell us more about it?
Sure. Actually, I have already graduated. I am a fashion designer by qualification. So
Oh,
I
sorry,
graduated.
I thought
Yeah.
you're then. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
how
at
can
the
you judge
moment,
being a fashion designer and a model, a fashion models, and a beauty queen? How can you juggle? How can you manage that career at the same time?
well, I'm mostly doing a lot of freelance, so my schedule is pretty flexible. And of course, my priority here is definitely the pageant, so because I want to fulfill my advocacy and make sure that I have like a full on pageantry experience there. So it's not just a half and half there. Yeah. So saying that I'm also a model, so I'm putting that sort of experience into that. So my modeling abilities, I would say it's more like my superpower there. So I'm like, okay, so I have the pageant. Why not I combine it and do a lot of like high end fashion shoots, because we're always seeing the more traditional beauty queen photo shoots. So I'm like, why don't
Mhm.
we incorporate that? Since I'm a fashionista and I'm a pageant queen as well. So combine that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, how about your glam team? Uh, because you have a lot of photo shoot, fashion as a fashion model. Who did your makeup, hairstyling, and hair dress style? Who did? Do you have a glam team, or you are the only person doing your own makeup thing?
I actually have a few makeup artists who are in charge of my looks sometimes. So mainly for like high-end photo shoots for like editorial, I do
Mhm.
have my own team there. But as of now, since it's lockdown, so it's all me. I am in
Wow,
charge
that's
of,
good.
yeah,
So you mean you know how to do it yourself as well, doing the makeup.
yeah.
Oh, that's good, because you're a fashion designer. Yes, because if you have these models, at least you guide them, because you did experience as well as yourself. That's very good. That's very lovely. And another question is, how do you prepare yourself during these times for the Miss Grand? Because we're in the pandemic and Malaysia is in a lockdown. Okay, they are
Mhm.
very restrict. There are lots of restrictions. How do you prepare your upcoming competition? Because of course you need to prepare your costumes, the outfits, and the wardrobes. How do you do that?
Well, I don't take it as a downfall that it's a lockdown. I take it more of a blessing because it's giving me ample of time to really prepare, and I'm really grateful for that. So my team has always been preparing since day one. So every time when we undergo this type of situation, we're like, it's okay. We're given the gift of time. So we're given an opportunity to create more interesting outfits. So we don't really take it as a negative here. So my team is partially, like, I don't know, separated in a way. I'm here, some of my team is in KL, some of my team is in Singapore, so we're like trying to come together through technology and really sit down and discuss this. So it doesn't matter if we are, separated by the distance, we still get work done. So we are, we're living in a very modernized world, and we have like, we can actually like send all the outfits to courier. We can just parcel it wherever we are. So I don't
Okay.
say that really.
Wow. Okay, Marvin, I have a lot of few questions more, but before that, we will be right back for a few reminders. Okay, welcome back at GUSI Talks, your pageant journal. And yes, of course, before we go further, I would like to thank the following sponsors: the 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗃, Penta Real Estates, and yes, of course, thank you so much, 316 Healthy Care, for providing me these beautiful kitchenwares. And yes, of course, for my nails and foot spa, Malu's Hairline. You can visit her at Kamsi Una Street at Sydney, Australia. And yes, of course, thank you so much, Asha Organic Soap, and Gusit, a lot more of my sponsors for tonight. Okay, so shout out to Mr. Jordan Thomas George. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And yes, of course, love from Mr. Dave Hill. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you so much. Okay, please welcome back, Miss Malvin. And I still have a lot of questions for her. Okay, Malvin, thank you. How many are you in the family, Malvin, if you don't mind asking?
There's five of us. So uh, I'm actually the youngest out of three. So my sister is the first, my brother is the second.
Wow, okay. So your parents is still, how old is your parents?
My dad is the same age as Malaysia. He was born in 1957. Yeah.
Wow, are you still
Yeah.
young?
Well,
Still young.
yeah, I tell him that. I'm like, you're still young. 60 plus is a really good number there.
Yes,
And
yes,
my
yes.
mom, yeah, my mom is actually almost reaching 60 as well, but she's
Uh,
still young at heart.
you know what? I'll visit Malaysia 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the Women of Malaysia at Kota Kinabalu at
Uh-huh.
grandest hotel there. I forgot already because I got this memory gap. I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of activities here in Australia. So I'm doing pageant directing, and I'm doing the model coaching as well. That's why I have this pageant blog, because I've been
I see.
yeah, I meet a lot of beauty queens from Miss Earth, Miss Asia Pacific, Miss International, and some minor pageants. That's why meeting a lot of beautiful people around the world, it gives me more opportunity and ideas to have this blog. Okay, I have another questions for you, if you don't mind. You're not yet sleepy. By the way, when the Miss Grand Malaysia will take place?
As of now, we're not really sure because depending on the situation in our country as well. So we have to really abide the SOP here. So every month it's changing. So we really cannot, say when exactly it's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna, tell everyone here, stay tuned for the updates. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I'm pretty sure, everyone is just really keen and waiting
Yeah.
for the final night. So
Okay. I have these questions, and I hope if you don't mind answer or giving some points. Do you believe in do you believe in a virtual pageant events, or you still prepare uh, actual pageant during this time of pandemic? What can you
I
say about that?
Well, I mean, there are pros and cons, but obviously our health comes first. So I believe whatever decision is made by the organization is always for the best for the contestants and also for the viewers out there. I'm pretty sure everybody still wants to enjoy the glory, being on stage, having everyone cheer for you. I mean, we have to go about the new norm now. So I'm not saying, it's a bad thing, but it is what it is. So we always have to ensure the first thing that comes for our safety and to
Oh,
make sure that, if we are a beauty queen, if we are not going to be following what has been set by the government, then what's the point of us, right?
yes.
So we need to set a good example there. So always, follow what the organization has already planned for you and don't forget to follow what the government has already set to ensure the safety of all the citizens there.
Exactly. Okay. What's the greatest thing you ever done so far? As a woman, as a human being. Okay. We're already here in the question and answer portion. Okay. Just don't take it seriously. It's just only a try. So this is my question. What is the greatest thing you ever done so far as a woman, as a human being?
Greatest thing I've ever done as a woman. uh, well, I've done a few, but I think just to name one that I'm really proud of is really pushing myself to actually have a charity body at the age of
Mm-hmm.
26, because I never really thought, at such a young age, I will be able to be a founder of my very own advocacy, my very own charity, which is called the 𝗚𝗏𝗦𝗏 Project. So 𝗚𝗏 means flower. Yeah, so it was really fun to get to know the children here in the foster homes, and it was just amazing to get to know the stories. And for me, I found, like, if I can do it, if I can change the lives and even, do something as little like a small act to put a smile on these children's faces, so why not I do this to the world instead? Don't have it count for what gender you are, don't count for who you are, where you come from. Why don't I do that for everyone? So for me, that is like an open door as a
Okay.
woman.
Um, I was confused. This is Bona project. It is a foundation, right?
It's a charity body.
A church one.
Yeah.
Bona is as it is spells Bona.
It's BUNGA, bunga.
Buna. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a flower. It means flower,
Yeah.
right? Oh, okay. This is a very nice advocacy. So why you
Thank you.
choose that name? Why you choose that name, Buna charity?
Simply because I choose flower because it simply represents how a person blossoms, and
Ah,
also follows like, yeah, so how I want you to blossom into something more beautiful. So like I said, my saying is always how I'm going to teach you how to lead, to inspire, and also to empower another person. If you can blossom into a beautiful flower, you can certainly do that with another person, and you can just watch
wow.
a lot of flowers blossom every day. So that's why
Yeah.
it's the Bunga Project.
Wow. I was curious because it is the first time that I heard that flowers to be a charity, because most of the charity I heard is, very human, like the foundations, they're referring for the human, not animals, not environment, but you refer to the flowers, which is very, very a lovely. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Thank you.
I have another questions to you. I hope if you don't mind. You have a very strong empowerment. That's what I heard before. And how do you think you can contribute to the women's society?
Well, as I said, I don't count the gender here. So whoever is in front of me, I'm willing to give my all to educate you in a way, to help you find what exactly you can give back to this world. So even as a woman, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are struggling to even speak up. So I think, that's why there's a lot of new societies, new like clubs per se, to help all these women to come up together and also, be stronger together, in
Mm-hmm.
spite of whatever is happening to this world. Because seeing like, domestic violence is still ongoing, seeing like gender inequality is also still ongoing, so I feel really sad that why are we at war, from for men against women. So if I can unite them both together, why not? So I don't specifically just want to choose just the women, but I want to empower the men as well. So if I can really lead the women, if I can really inspire the women, and if I can empower them to change their mindset and don't really think about, women should be the world leaders today because we deserve it. No, it shouldn't be like this. Even though, yes, it's time for us to do that, but why don't we take that power, convert it into something more positive and help each other? So for me, that is what I would do to embody as a woman. So to empower another woman to think that way, I think that's more of a powerful message there.
Okay. Wow. That's a very, 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 very lovely. Uh,
Thank you.
yes. Okay. As a fashion designer, do you have plans in the coming future to hold a fashion show, a big event of your creations and collections?
Well, I would love to, but I am more of a designer who's very exclusive. So I am not a ready to wear kind of a designer. No, I like to make pieces that are just made for one person and you own it. That's it. So nobody can copy that. Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean, obviously, 5 to 10 years down the road, once I am done, taking over the world as a beauty queen, obviously, I want to continue, becoming that, amazing fashion designer.
wow. We have a questions from from coming from my co-host, Miss Mia Gusi. If you're going to describe yourself now in 2 words, what is it and why?
2 words. Okay. So I would have to say really fun and loud. Fun being because I don't put myself into any limits, and I don't really see who's the person that I'm talking to. So I like to put the fun in every single conversation that I have, and being loud, meaning I need to make sure that the other person is listening to what I'm saying. Because if I'm gonna keep quiet, then nobody's gonna listen to what I'm gonna say. So fun and loud.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Shout out to Samson. Samson. I think she's one. Samson Manyan. I think she's the one of your team, glam team. Okay. Before we end this beautiful, lovely conversation, I would like you to thank your following sponsors, your glam team, your parents, whoever you would like to thanks. Please go on.
Definitely. All right. So first of all, I would like to thank GUSI Talks and also Derek for giving me this wonderful opportunity to come on board and do this live talk show with you and get to know more about you. So I'm really grateful for my team so far, all the effort that we have put in, all the hassle that you guys have been putting through. My designer, especially, who has been having sleepless night and skipping his meals just to make sure that my outfits are on point, and my glam team, my unlimited glam team, always teaching me what kind of makeup to do, what kind of makeup not to do, what to wear, what not to wear, and obviously my personal coach for helping me with all these world issues, always keeping me up to date and making sure that I know how to speak. He is basically my communication wizard. So, and my parents who has always been supportive for me since I was a kid, whatever my dreams were, they always tell me to always, hit on the gas and just keep going. My friends as well, from high school up till now, they're still following me. I think it's really great. And most of all, to Miss Grand Malaysia organization, you guys are just amazing. I mean, seeing what we're going through with the pandemic, I don't think Miss Grand Malaysia is backing down anytime. We're fighting this pandemic as more as the pandemic wants to fight us. So thank you guys so much, and Derek once again for having me here.
Wow, we're not yet end because I have last question with you. How
Sure.
does how is your pasarela and catwalk? Are you prepared for the upcoming pageant? Because most of the followers, supporters, especially this beauty pageant enthusiasts, they're very keen about your catwalking and pageant walk. How can you describe it? Your pasarela walk.
Because I've always been a dancer since I was a kid, and I am a major fan of Miss Universe Philippines 2018 and Miss Universe 2018 Catriona.
Yeah.
Yes, she is just a queen to beat, honestly. I mean, she's just amazing. She's a legend. So seeing how she carries that aura, so that's the kind of aura that I want to bring on stage as well. So I don't really want to put so much of, just everything into my catwalk, but I want to give into my stage presence. At least like when we saw Catriona on stage, we know she carried that vibe where everybody wants to get to know her, everybody wants to be her friend. We know that's the queen vibe, so that's the kind of element that I'm putting into my catwalk here. And
Wow.
you can see
Okay.
a little bit of dance maybe, so I'm just keeping it as a surprise here.
Yes, wow, that's good. I'm very flattered about how you answer my questions, and you are a beauty queen materials, and I am wishing that you will fulfill your dreams. Okay,
Thank
and
you.
can you plug about your upcoming activities and where the supporters, followers find you? Maybe you can plug to support you, the followers in your social media. You can plug it now so they can follow you.
Sure. I mean, you guys can follow me actually on Facebook and Instagram. So just watch out for my upcoming lives and also my contents that I'll be uploading up really soon. So you can just basically follow through my journey, not only just a beauty queen, but you can also see and just adventure through my modeling experiences as well. So everything is just there.
Okay, guys, you heard that. You can follow Malvin at her social media account in Instagram and Facebook page. Okay, and follow her activities as well. Same as me, I do following Malvin activities, and it's very, very fabulous and glamorous.
Thank
So
you.
much tonight. Thank you so much, Malvin, and I love you all. Come
Pleasure is
all the way
mine.
coming from Australia. Thank you so much, and 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗀.
Sama-sama.
Thank you. And this is opportunity for me to have this 1 hour live conversation with you. And this opportunity reminds me all the time because one of the beautiful faces in social media and the beauty queen material, I've been chatting and having a live interview. So thank you so much all the way from Sydney, Australia. Thank you and mabuhay in Philippines. Good
Mabuhay
night.
Philippines.
Wow, welcome back to GUSI Talks. And I am really glad because I interviewed one of the beautiful faces candidates in Miss Grand Malaysia. And she's, as you can see and observe, she is very beautiful and very beauty queen material. And I am happy to know that. And yes, of course, to all the people who watch tonight, thank you so much for watching. To Samson, Mr. Eric Hen, from Malaysia, and of course, Miss Miranda Soteo from Germany. Thank you so much, Mr. Is Muhammad Iswan. Thank you so much for watching tonight and support. Mr. Hussein Aisa. Oh, thank you, 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗍. And yes, Mr. Jaren Thomas George. Thank you so much. Go, go, go. And yes, of course, love from Mr. Dave Hill. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And yes, of course, the Miss Glamour Look International organization. Thank you for supporting tonight for my live streaming of GUSI Talks. And yes, of course, please stay tuned for our next guest this coming week. And yes, of course, to Miss Mariel Prion, the Miss Teen Glam International 2020. Thank you so much for watching, Mariel. And yes, of course, Mr. Lito Calion, thank you. I miss you. And yes, of course, to Mr. Nathaniel Texon, thank you so much for watching. To Miss Nika Chua, one of the Miss Glamour Look Philippines finalists, thank you so much for watching and supporting tonight. And I would like to thank all my sponsors, Penta Real Estate, 316 Healthcare, Salad Master, Miss Marilu Bautista for Madu Hairlines, and yes, of course, for the Beauty Plus Australia. Thank you. And yes, thank you so much for the 𝗚𝗵𝗶𝗽𝗽 Productions for giving me another job for this upcoming July 25 Australia Fashion Preview, the Masquerade Ball. So those people are watching tonight and wanted and willing to train, pageant walk and model walk. Please come at Grandel Center every Sunday, 12 p.m. to 4. Okay? And yes, of course, thank you so much to all the lovely ladies and the beautiful model of 𝗟𝗏𝗡 who are joining to me this today. And yes, of course, thank you so much for Primo Modelo Philippines for the technical assistance. And yes, of course, to my co-host, Miss Mia Gusi, thank you so much. And congratulations, because she is nominated as one of the young outstanding female for the Asian Excellence International Awards. Congratulations. And yes, of course, congratulations to all the people who are watching me and following tonight. And yes, of course, don't forget to watch July 25 to 29 Mr. Glam International with 45 international model candidates who are showcasing their formal, traditional, and national costume with exciting swimwear. Okay, so thank you so much and have a lovely evening to all the people who are watching GUSI Talks. And please follow me at YouTube and Facebook page live. Okay, bye-bye and good night.